Thanks, Michael. A couple days removed from Texas Tech, just going over the film, what do you feel like you learned? What did you see?
Well, not a good enough performance, obviously. Didn't do what things we needed to do to really be consistently successful and win. Didn't win the line of scrimmage, and didn't tackle well, and fought uphill the whole game because got behind early again, and so not good enough. But all those things said, I guess we still, we're down in the fourth quarter, down 5 points and then 8 points with with the ball, and so found a way to kind of hang in there, even though we didn't really play that well overall.
This long term for you, obviously defense builds continuity. How do you think you guys have progressed for this season and just looking ahead this season in terms of building that continuity?
Yeah, I still think I think we've made good strides. We're not there yet, and we sometimes we move ahead, sometimes we kind of take a step back a little bit once in a while. So I mean, we still need to get that consistency, and in some ways we just need to keep developing as players and as a group, and just keep figuring some things out. So I feel like we're obviously better. We've still got a lot of room to improve though. So, but I do feel like we're making the right kind of strides.
In terms of senior day, what have guys like Malcolm and Caleb and Sam meant for you this season?
Yeah, they've been good, rock steady people and players, and done what we've asked and bought into what we're about, and they've I said they haven't been problems. They've been good teammates, and then they've been productive players. So they mean a lot in that respect, and give those guys a lot of credit because they were they had every reason to leave or throw their hands up and shake their head and say it's more of the same. But they didn't. They've really done a good job in helping to move us forward and become a lot more consistent.
And there are obviously a lot of young guys in that defensive line, and specifically that are playing right now. How much does having kind of those three, or just the seniors in general, around to kind of mentor those younger defensive linemen?
Well, I do think it matters. I do think they do those kind of things and take guys under their wing, and I like the fact that they're not necessarily threatened. Like this guy's trying to take my job or he's trying to take my playing time. We think they recognize that we're better as a collective unit than just individual pieces in that way, and so those guys have done a good job of help bringing those guys along and giving them encouragement and confidence as we go forward.
When you watched that TCU game that Texas just played, they held them to 3 points offensively, and I wonder, do you look for things that they did that work? I know it's different schemes and you can't overhaul everything in a week, but do you look for that kind of thing?
Sometimes, yeah. Like if there's particularly a part of the coverage, sometimes we play some similar things,
Mm-hmm.
and what did they do really well, and if there's a movement pattern or blitz path or something like that, like what do they seem to consistently struggle with? So sometimes, but I'm sure Texas would probably feel like after playing that, like they probably didn't play very well. They dropped a lot of balls, and that I don't know that they typically do, and so they kept shooting themselves in the foot at the same way. So, but TCU certainly played with energy and with physicality, and I know that's something that if we don't copy anything else, we need to play that way, and that gives us the best chance to win any week.
You might have just said it. Is that the big key to stop in Texas? Just the physicality?
Yeah, we do need to. They got lots of good football players. I mean, all over the place. Still, they got lots of talent, and quarterback and running back and receivers, and offensive line is good. I mean, they're good all over the place. But I tell the guys all the time, we can be a really good defense when we put it all together and play with confidence and play with just taking it to somebody. The games we've been able to do that, we do well. The games that sometimes I feel like we're kind of on our heels a little bit, we don't. So we guys got to kind of flush away as best we can last week and look at this week and be excited about playing them, and we just got to take it to them.